Hello, my friend. Welcome back to Smart English Stories. Before we start today, I want to ask you one question. Have you ever wanted to give up? Maybe you failed at something. Maybe people laughed at you. Maybe you tried and tried, but nothing worked. And you thought to yourself, maybe I am just not good enough. If you felt that way, this story is for you. Today, we are going to talk about 3 simple but very powerful words. Never give up. These are not just nice words. They are a decision. A promise you make to yourself when life is hard. In today's story, you will learn 10 important lessons. These lessons will help you understand one big truth. Your life is not over. It is just beginning. Are you ready? Let us start. First, let us talk about something very important. Where you are today does not decide where you will be tomorrow. Maybe you are struggling right now. Maybe you have no money. Maybe you failed many times. Maybe people around you do not believe in you. But here is the truth. Your situation today is temporary. That means it will change. Nothing stays the same forever. Let me give you a real example. Oprah Winfrey is one of the most famous and successful women in the world today. But her life did not start well. She was born very poor. She did not have nice clothes. She was treated badly by many people. She even lost her first job on television. Her boss told her she was not good enough for TV. But Oprah did not accept that. She did not give up. She kept going. And today, millions of people around the world know her name. So what does this teach us? It teaches us that your past does not write your future. You write your future with your decisions, with your actions, every single day. So stop saying I will always be like this. That is not true. You are not finished. You are just at the beginning of your story. Many people have a dangerous belief. It sounds like this: if I cannot do something big, I will not do anything at all. So they wait. They wait for the perfect moment. They wait to feel ready. They wait for motivation. But the perfect moment never comes. And while they wait, life moves on without them. Here is the truth. You do not need to do something big. You just need to do something small. Every day. Think about building a house. If you put 1 brick on the ground every single day, what happens after 1 year? You have a wall. After 2 years, you have a room. After 5 years, you have a house. No one brick looks important, but together they build something amazing. Your life works the same way. Read 1 page of a book today. Learn 1 new English word. Walk for 10 minutes. Write down 1 goal. These things look very small. But when you do them every day, they change your life completely. So do not wait for a big moment. Create small moments every day. Because small steps, repeated every day, create big results. How many people are waiting right now? Waiting for their family to say yes. Waiting for their friend to support them. Waiting for the right time. Waiting for someone to tell them it is okay to begin. But here is something very important to understand. You do not need anyone's permission to start. Not from your family. Not from your friends. Not from society. Not from anyone. If you have a dream inside you, that dream is enough. That feeling inside you that says I want more. I want to grow. I want to change, that is your sign to begin. Let me tell you a story. A young girl from a small town wanted to become a pilot. Her father said no. Her relatives said girls cannot fly. Her teachers said it was not realistic. But she did not listen to their never. She studied quietly. She trained hard. Years later, she flew a large plane with over 150 passengers. Her father watched the plane land and cried. She did not wait for permission. She just started. And she became the person she always believed she could be. So if something inside you is saying start now, listen to that voice. It is the most important voice you have. Here is a simple but powerful truth. You are not what you say. You are not what you hope. You are what you do every day. If you scroll your phone for 3 hours every night, you are becoming someone who wastes time. If you study English for 15 minutes every day, you are becoming someone who grows. If you complain every day, you are becoming a complainer. If you take small actions every day, you are becoming someone stronger. This is how identity works. You do not decide who you are with your words. You decide with your habits. Here is a famous example. Kobe Bryant was one of the greatest basketball players in the world. But he was not only great because of talent. He was great because of his daily habits. He arrived at the gym at 4 in the morning, every day. Not sometimes, every day. One young player asked him, "Why do you come so early?" Kobe said, "Because I want to make sure that no matter how early you arrive, you will never work harder than me." He was not showing off. He understood a simple truth. You do not rise to your dreams. You fall to your habits. So look at your daily habits right now. Are they taking you closer to your dream or further away? Because what you repeat today, you become tomorrow. Many people think they cannot grow because of where they are from. Their city is too small. Their family is too poor. Their school was not good. Their community does not support them. But this thinking is wrong. Your environment does not decide your future. Your decisions do. Think about this. Some of the strongest plants in the world grow in the worst places. In the desert with no water. In broken concrete with no sunlight. They grow because life does not wait for perfect conditions. And neither should you. Howard Schultz grew up very poor in New York. His family had no money and no connections. Most people from his neighborhood stayed poor. But Howard believed he could rise. He did. He built Starbucks. Today there are Starbucks coffee shops in almost every country in the world. His environment did not support his dream, but his belief did. So stop using your environment as an excuse. Yes, your situation might be hard. Yes, the people around you might not understand you. Yes, you might not have many resources. But none of that stops you. Only you can stop you. Do one thing every day that your environment does not expect. Read when others are wasting time. Study when others are sleeping. Save money when others are spending. Every time you do this, you prove one powerful thing. I am bigger than where I come from. Most people are afraid of failure. When they fail once, they stop. They think, this is not for me. I am not good enough. But this thinking is the biggest mistake you can make. Here is the truth. Failure is not the end. Failure is the beginning of real growth. Every time you fail, you learn something. You learn what does not work. You learn where you need to improve. You learn that you are stronger than you thought. Let me tell you about Clara. She was 26 years old and lived in a small village. She wanted to learn English because she dreamed of working in a hotel in the city. Her first English class was very difficult. She could not understand anything, not even simple sentences. She went home and cried. But she made a decision. She said to herself, one sentence every day, no matter what. She failed many times. She made mistakes. People sometimes laughed at her pronunciation. But she kept going. 2 years later, she got the job at the hotel. In her interview, she said, I am not perfect, but I never stopped trying. She was not the most talented person in the room, but she had something more powerful than talent. She had the courage to keep going after failing. So remember this. If you failed, it means you tried. And trying is the first step to succeeding. Do not be ashamed of failure. Be proud that you showed up, and then show up again. Here is something you need to be ready for. When you start changing, people around you will not always support you. They might laugh. They might say, "Who do you think you are?" They might tell you your dream is too big. Why? Because when you grow, it makes them uncomfortable. Your progress reminds them that they are not moving, so they try to stop you with their words. Think about Jack. He was a delivery worker. Every day he worked long hours. He had no university degree. But every night, after work, he studied digital marketing on his old phone. His roommates laughed at him. They said, "Do you think you will become a manager now?" Jack said nothing. He just kept studying. Every night. For 2 years. Today, he runs his own small business. And the same friends who laughed at him now ask him for jobs. This is how the world works. First they laugh. Then they watch. Then they ask how you did it. So when people doubt you, do not get angry. Do not try to explain yourself. Just keep going. Let your results speak louder than their opinions. And remember this. You do not need anyone to believe in you first. You just need to believe in yourself. Many talented people are not successful. And many people with average talent become very successful. Why? Because talent without belief does not move. But belief without talent still finds a way. When you believe you can improve, you keep going when things are hard. You try again after failing. You find solutions when talented people give up. Think about people who have very little. No degree, no English, no money, no connections. But they believe one thing deeply. I can learn. I can grow. I can change my life. So they practice English in the mirror alone. They write notes by hand. They listen to stories like this one, again and again. Nobody helps them. Nobody claps for them. But they keep going. And slowly, something amazing happens. They start to understand more. They start to speak. They start to feel confident. Not because they were talented, but because they believed enough to keep showing up. Talent is just a starting point. Belief is the engine. Without the engine, the car does not move. So stop asking, "Am I talented enough?" Start asking, "Am I willing to keep going?" Because willingness beats talent every time. Every person reaches a moment in life where everything feels wrong. The money is gone. The relationship is broken. The dream feels impossible. You feel completely alone. This moment is called rock bottom. And it feels like the end. But it is not the end. It is actually the most powerful moment in your story. Why? Because when you lose everything, you also lose your fear. There is nothing left to protect. So you finally become honest with yourself. And from that honest place, real change begins. Many people lose their jobs, not because they were lazy. It just happened. Some go home and stop trying. They feel like their life is over. But some people use that exact low point to start again. They learn new skills. They try things they were always afraid to try. They discover a stronger version of themselves. And that version could only be born from the lowest moment. So if you are at rock bottom right now, hear this. You are not finished. You are not broken. You are just at the place where your real story begins. Start with something very small. Wake up at the same time every day. Walk for 20 minutes. Eat regular meals. These small things rebuild your strength slowly. Then take one small action. Apply for one job. Learn one new skill. Speak one sentence in English. Rock bottom is not a place to stay. It is a place to rise from. And the people who rise from rock bottom become the strongest people in the world. We are at the final lesson. And this one is the most important. Most people live inside invisible walls. Walls made of fear and doubt. These walls say things like, "I am too old. I am not smart enough. People like me do not succeed. It is too late to change. But here is the truth. These walls are not real. They are just beliefs. And beliefs can be changed. You were not born with limits. You were taught to believe in them. By people around you. By experiences that hurt you. By a voice in your head that repeated the same negative story too many times. But you can choose a different story. There are people living in very difficult situations who still find a way. People with no computers who walk far just to use the internet for 1 hour a day. People working 2 jobs who still learn a new language at night. People who failed many times who still start again. None of them had perfect conditions. But none of them accepted the limit. So, here is what you can do right now. Write down every belief that starts with, I can't. Then next to each one, write one small action that proves it wrong. I can't speak English. Record a 20-second voice message every day. I can't focus. Work for 10 minutes without touching your phone. I can't succeed from my situation. Finish one small goal this week. You do not need to break all the walls today. Just break one small piece every day. Because limits are not made of stone. They are made of belief. And beliefs can be rewritten. You just need to stop agreeing with the limit. The moment you stop agreeing, it loses its power. My friend, you have reached the end of today's story. Today you learned 10 important lessons about never giving up. These lessons will not change your life if you just listen to them once. But if you remember even one of them, the next time life gets hard, that is enough. That is the beginning of everything. Never give up. Not on your dream. Not on yourself. Not on the person you are becoming. Because you are not done. You are just getting started. Thank you for listening to Smart English Stories. If this story helped you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Every day we bring you new stories to help you learn English and grow as a person. See you in the next story. Keep going. Never give up.